Welcome back. In this video, we'll be discussing application instructions for our dietetic internship standalone program. It's our non-degree program, so without the degree attached. If you are interested in pursuing your master's with the dietetic internship, we recommend applying for our MSDI. Please visit our website for instructions on how to apply to our MSDI. All right, so there are several application requirements that are similar to other programs, other dietetic internships across the board, but we'll review some of those today and focus on primarily the requirements specific to our UNC program. Please review our website in detail to understand the entirety of what this application involves. A relatively new requirement is a graduate degree. Anyone sitting for the RD exam must have completed a graduate degree. This is not unique to our program. What is unique is that we do not require you to have completed your graduate degree before you apply to our DI. You just have to show that you're in the process of completing it and that you will have 2 or fewer semesters remaining by June 1st of your application year. In other words, if you're applying to begin in 2025, then by June 1 of 2025, you will have to demonstrate that you have 2 or fewer semesters remaining in your graduate degree program. This could include summer and fall semester or fall and spring semester of your following year, but you should be completing that degree at some point during the time you complete your internship. So in order for us to obtain this information, please upload the document called the Standalone Grad Degree Confirmation. This is on our website, which I'll show you momentarily. It gives you an opportunity to write either the year that you graduated with your degree or when you expect to graduate with your graduate degree. Another requirement that's unique to UNC and probably to other distance programs is that we require you to establish internship rotations prior to applying. So there is another video on how to complete the rotation summary form. Be sure to watch that and read all of the instructions before beginning. With that is the preceptor facility forms. There is a blank document on our website that's labeled preceptor facility form. This is a document that you will be sending to prospective preceptors, having them complete, send back to you, and then upload. In addition to obtaining the preceptor facility form, we ask that you obtain a resume from your preceptors. Now, this requirement is only for preceptors who are not already listed on our UNC preceptor list. So if you are contacting preceptors who are on our list, you do not need to obtain the form or the resume from them because we probably already have it. And if we don't, we will work with you to obtain it. However, in lieu of the preceptor form, please submit documentation from that preceptor stating that they're willing to host you. So that could be downloading the email correspondence where you requested rotation hours from them and they agreed. That is the best way to show us that they in fact have agreed to host you. So every preceptor on your rotation summary form should either have a preceptor form completed or the email correspondence explaining that they're willing to host you. And if for whatever reason they do not get that form back to you in time, you can make a note on that rotation summary form that that is in progress and that you're waiting to hear, but that the rotation has in fact been confirmed. Another requirement that's unique to our program, since we're a distance program, is that you must have adequate technology to participate. So our meetings, our interviews, our orientation will be primarily, if not entirely, virtual. And you may even be having virtual meetings with your preceptors and your peers. Your rotations will be completed on site, but sometimes preceptors prefer to have virtual meetings. And we certainly prefer to have virtual meetings as well, so that you don't have to come to Colorado. So what that means is that you must have a computer, you must have a webcam with a microphone, and you must have reliable internet. In addition to that, we ask that you have a designated space to complete your meetings with the director, with your peers, with your preceptors, and that it is private and quiet so that you can adequately participate in your virtual education with us. Here's our website. If you're not already familiar, this is our dietetic internship website. This is the home page. You can find the application process by going to the For Applicants tab and clicking on Application Process. This is the website to our MSDI if you're curious to learn more about it. And this is the information for our DI standalone application. We've also got a checklist that we've made here for you that you can use whether you're applying to the DI or the MSDI, and that'll help walk you through the steps that are required and keep you focused and on track. The documents that we require for the application are all listed here. Please download and read the application instructions because here's where we go through everything in detail. And here are the documents that you will need to be submitting with your application. The rotation summary form with instructions is the first document, and there's a video that you can watch that'll walk you through how to complete that. The preceptor facility form, which as a reminder is only required for preceptors who are not already on our preceptor list. And then the grad degree confirmation, which is required for anyone applying to our DI standalone. And then when it comes to reaching out to preceptors, please utilize these links here. We've got some information about what a preceptor is and what they'll be doing for you during the program. We've got a sample email that you can download and use as a template when you're reaching out to prospective preceptors. Adjust it so that the wording is yours and that it includes the appropriate information, but that's there so that you don't have to start from scratch. In that email that you send to prospective preceptors, we ask that you include the list of competencies, which is right here. These are the competencies that you'll be required to complete during your program, and your preceptors need to see that ahead of time so that they can confirm that they're able to complete some of those with you. As previously mentioned, we've got our UNC preceptor list. It's a long list with hundreds of names and hundreds of facilities that you can contact and ask for rotation hours. To receive that list, please email dietetic.internship@unco.edu. The last resource here is the preceptor database provided by the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. This is a list of nutrition professionals who are looking for interns, so please utilize that. That's what it's there for. Stay tuned as we walk you through some of the ins and outs of the DICAS application. This portion of the video will walk you through a little bit of the ins and outs of DICAS. So as you can see, the DICAS portal here, I've already logged in and I've clicked the tab called Add Program, and I've typed in the program name that I'm looking for. University of Northern Colorado has two programs in DICAS. One of them is the Dietetic Internship Standalone, which I've typed in here. That is our dietetic internship without the graduate degree attached. So you will need to pursue a graduate degree outside of UNC if this is the program that you chose. If you do not have a graduate degree or do not plan to pursue one outside of UNC, we would encourage you to apply to that MSDI, which is the Master's in Dietetics with Dietetic Internship. There's a separate application in DICAS for that program, so be sure you're choosing the program that works best for you. Once you find the program that you'd like to apply to, you can click the plus sign to add that to your list, and then you'll see it turn into a check mark there. Now, to go back to your application, you can click the My Application tab, where it has the different components of your application. Some of these will be sent to all programs that you apply to, and some are specific to UNC. So as far as your personal information goes, please fill this out thoroughly. This will go to any program that you apply to. And same with academic history. We require a DPD confirmation, either that it has already been completed or the intention to complete, signed by your DPD director. As for supporting information, we recommend that you fill this out thoroughly as well, because this is one way we can evaluate you as an applicant through any awards, achievements, honors, and experiences that you have that would set you apart from other applicants. And then as far as program materials go, this is where you'll want to spend the most of your attention when it comes to the UNC specific program. So as you probably know, being a distance program, we require that you submit a rotation summary, which is a drafted rotation schedule of who you plan to complete your rotations with during the internship. So to send that in, you can click on the Documents tab. Our personal statement is listed here, our rotation schedule, and then any preceptor documents. So you're welcome to upload that rotation summary form in whatever format that works best for you. We have it on our website as an Excel document. You're welcome to save it as a PDF if you'd like, and then upload it. As for the preceptor documents, these are also on our website. So download the preceptor facility form, send that to your prospective preceptors to complete, and then upload that with your resume, with their resume to your DICAS application. As mentioned, if it's a preceptor who's already on our preceptor list, they do not have to complete the form and they do not have to send you a resume because we likely already have one on file. So in this section, you can simply upload a copy of the communication, which is usually an email correspondence, indicating that that preceptor is willing to host you for that rotation. Please take any documents that you have, whether they be the forms, the resumes, or those email communications, or a combination, upload them together as one PDF document right here. You only have the option to upload one document, so that's why you have to put them all together before uploading. And then the last document is that grad degree confirmation. So this is that document where we ask you to input the date that you graduated with your master's or above degree, the date that you graduated with your graduate degree, a master's degree or above, or the program that you're currently enrolled in and the expected graduation date. As a reminder, you need to have 2 or fewer semesters remaining in your program by the time you begin our program in June. So please make note of that and upload it here. The last component of the document section is only if your GPA is equal to or below a 3.0. We accept applicants with a GPA of 2.8 or above, but if you have a GPA of 2.8, 2.9, or 3.0, please upload a short paragraph indicating what factors contributed to that GPA and what you've done since then to improve upon your academic career. As for the other components of the DICAS application, they'll look similar across the board with your other programs. We have a few questions that we've included here that we ask you to complete. And then the last tab here is your recommendations. We ask that one of your recommendations come from a professor or advisor from your dietetics program, one come from a current or former employer or a volunteer manager. And then the third one can be anyone of your choosing. It can be a professional or an academic reference. Once you've completed all of this information, you're welcome to submit that application as soon as it's done, but you have until February 1st to submit it.